We have no idea, Lottie. Apparently, they've had some email or something today with some really good news that will apparently fund everything in the house, plus at least 10 takeaways, according to Wendy. I'll be playing you a little video in a minute, so I'm really pleased that I saved her the money as well. I really am. Yeah, that would have been awful to lose that much money, and she was quite horrified. So, like I said, as I said, that's why we do it. That's why I do it personally anyway, but I'm sure the same for Christine will say the same, just to stop anybody else, because can you imagine how bad they'd have felt? No, they're claiming how it's now to do with any charities or council, social services or anything like that.
Well, it would have been winnings then, surely, on gambling. I mean, everyone's stating that they have a gambling addiction, so it must have been something to do with winnings. Yeah,
that's something I did think it could possibly be something like that. Either that, or it's just a bloody great big lie, and it's their own way of backing out without making themselves look bad. But either way, they're keeping it very close to their chest, aren't they? So,
well, they said they're going to tell everyone when they get 100 views. Let's be honest, without any drama, they're not going to get 100 views.
Well, no, exactly. Really scares me. I have a son who's vulnerable, and there's people like them that would take advantage. That's very true. There are. And this is why we do it. The more we can sort of get the name out there, then hopefully the more people are going to realise and they give up. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It's me. Are you back in here yet or what? I don't know if she's come in. I've sort of missed. I ain't been watching.
Imagine so IB Carly. You had an email saying he's finally got a job.
Okay, can you see better now? It's me.
Yeah, it must have just been where it was a little bit of the angle. I think when you got the boxes open, I think that's all it is.
Yeah, possibly. And we can't hear you. But anyway, yes, so I was really pleased to have received that message this morning, because she didn't get back to me after I'd friend requested her and sent her a link to the audio recording of Jareth. So I thought I'd lost that one, but no, I'm really pleased.
Imagine if they'd sent that £200 and then today they come out saying that they're financially stable and that person's lost out on £200.
Exactly. See, somebody made a good point actually in the live. Yes, just missing the bit of first each letter sentence, but can work it out. Okay. We can always read it out here if you really struggle. Yeah, somebody did make a good comment of, do you plan on paying people back then? And they didn't even acknowledge it. What a surprise.
No, they won't.
What I'll do then, I'm going to play this little clip then of his live. And then you can all see, I'll turn this up a bit, exactly what happened.
Yeah, we had some fantastic news today, so we don't have to worry about nothing.
We can move into our house and have everything.
So that's why it's news we didn't expect to get. We didn't even, it wasn't even on the radar. And the news we got this afternoon was fantastic.
I can get the sofa away.
We can literally furnish our entire home and now not have to worry about anything. Literally, we were like, oh my god, this has come at the right time. Oh, you mean the bullies didn't ruin your new... Absolutely fucking not.
What's that?
She goes, you mean the bullies didn't ruin your new home?
No.
Mate, the news we got this afternoon is literally probably the best news we could have got. Like I said, it wasn't even on the radar. We didn't expect it to happen, but it happened.
Yes, it fucking did.
It literally means that the new house is going to be fully kitted out.
Well, new house is going to bang in.
It literally came at the right time. It could have happened at any point, but it happened today. It happened 2 months ago. It could have happened 2 weeks ago. It could have happened literally in 6 months' time.
I think I have Observer. I'm not sure how far into it is, but we will see as we go along, because I don't want to spend too much time listening to his irritating voice, but we'll see. I think I have got it recorded somewhere, though.
But no, it's fantastic news.
Oh, yeah, so okay. Until I got more problems away in my phone.
Hi, I tried to buy something for you, and delivery cost was the same as 60% of the cost of it. Have you got everything sorted for your new place? We have as of today, absolutely.
Thank you for the follow, Lacey May. Nice.
That's what it means. We can get flooring, we can get sofa, we can get everything.
I can get everything, but still probably buy about 10 piggies.
Literally.
Yeah.
Your picture with,
Yep.
no.
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Hi, who's that?
Casey?
Casey?
Yeah, my name's Casey. And I work, if you're wondering what my accent is, I'm from Scotland and I work as a social worker for young kids who have very, very bad issues.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my life. I have 2 dogs, one called Jonathan. Wait,
Do you have something to add about these, pair, my love?
excuse me?
Do you have something to add about these, pair? We're doing the awareness on.
What? Sorry, come again, my hearing's a bit playing up. My headphones are in and I can't hear nothing.
Okay, I'm going to guess not. Right, I'm going to continue. Apologies for that.
It wasn't through any grant, any organisation like charity, nothing.
Thank you, Jenny.
So we don't need donations now. We have literally, as of this afternoon, we have going to have everything that we need. So that's great that you don't have to ask for help anymore. Absolutely. It's not something that we, or even, we didn't even expect anything like this to happen, and it did. It came through at the right time. It's fantastic for everyone. The kids are going to have beds. We've got the flooring, sofa, washing machine, cooker, everything. I thought someone would share the good news. We've had nothing but fucking shit news to pass. You died? Nobody. You guys win the lotto. To win it. To the roses. It's absolutely fantastic. It's made everyone happy. Everyone's smiling. Everyone's planning on what they want to get now because we can do it. We know what flooring we want. We know what sofa we want. We know what.
They will not tell anybody where they've got the funds from. They're keeping it close to their chest, apparently. I do have an inkling. I do. It's not something that can be confirmed, so it's not something I'm going to say because I only do facts, and I have a suspicion of where this could have come from. More on that if I ever do get it confirmed.
But, we can get a cooker, we can get literally everything now. Will you show us? I will do a tour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do sort of a blog. So as we start getting things and the house starts progressing, I'll show it on my profile, so people can see what's going on. Yeah. Shows how honest you are if you didn't need to say anything on you. Absolutely, when we found out this afternoon, I was like, what, I'm going to go on, I'm going to say that, we're financially stable, we've got what we're going to have what we need to get. I could have carried on and go, no, we ain't got nothing, but, as of today.
They've got no excuse now for scamming, though.
That makes us not scammers, am I right? Because if we were scammers, we would have got.
Oh, yeah, the house is fantastic.
Am I right there?
can see and hear how happy you both are now stuff is sorted. Actually, it's for everyone, you know.
Right.
So,
if we were scammers, we wouldn't have said a thing.
Exactly, you know, if we were scamming, we would have said nothing and we'd have carried on, let's say we needed help, you know, we didn't have anything. Now we do have something, you know, and it's turned this on its head. And it was literally down to a simple email.
They are still scammers, lady, I agree.
You know, Colin now can go, hey, he can go and get a bed he wants. You know, if he wants to go and spend £150 on a bed, he can. It's as simple as that. The council help you? No, they haven't. We're still waiting for the council.
No, I do wonder if they've let DWP know.
No, forget.
Now we've got to tell tonight. Well, three of us have the little one doesn't really want it, but now we've got to tell tonight.
They'll burn through whatever money they've got, Emma, very soon.
Voice that, you know, we're relieved at the time. It could have happened months ago, you know, or it could have happened in 6 months' time or 2 months' time, or, you know, but it's happened today, and, you know, it's for everyone in the Heights Roads. Send me a ton of me.
Who said that?
For solitude.
Send me your bank details.
Send the bank details and we'll sort it out. When are you moving? We're waiting for the council to confirm it, hopefully today or tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be sooner rather than later. I mean, the sooner they give us the date, the sooner I can get a quote from Eagles. Because I ain't putting this in my car. You know, I ain't putting the boxes in my car. It'll take me a few trips.
Well, I thought he was all at his mum's or in storage.
We had some fun.
Yeah, that's the latest update from them two little scroungers. Hi, Gray. It's only the second time I've ever gone live, so you've not missed much. Thought he said he didn't have a car. Oh, he goes back and forth, observer. Hasn't got it, has still got it. It's going to be reclaimed, then they've still got it. They've still got it. They've always had the car. So, interesting. Now they can't go back on it. I mean, that recording I will always keep now. And the next time, because you can guarantee it's not going to be long, they will come back out of the woodwork, as they always do. They scammed 500. Oh, they didn't, Sarah. It was Sarah, wasn't it? Because it's just disappeared. Just me, Sarah. Oh, bless you, love. Bless you. Message them. They've got money now. Ask them to pay it back. Because you can guarantee that's not something that they'll do. So you know you got money. Give us me 500 back. But I will keep this because give it another couple of weeks. They'll burn through that. We don't know, Gray. They won't tell us. They've had some brilliant news today, enough to kit the whole house out with all their white goods and carpets and, you know, and then they're bigging it up. So, do you know, if they've genuinely got that, good for them. Maybe they can stop scamming now, because that's the only thing I've got a problem with.
The question is, though, do they have that, or are they doing that and saying that because they've been put on so many different accounts and been outed so many different times from new people, old people, people that know them personally, people that have just come across them in the FYP? They may just be saying that to deflect anything. So when they do get new people in, i.e. 254 people again, they can do it all again. Yeah, big creators, exactly. You know, Zach and Evil Queen have now done it. So who's to say this is even true? They may, you've seen how smug she is on the post you did when she was talking about the landlord. They could just be doing this to deflect any hate towards them, because let's be fairly honest, she's used to scamming for over 2 years. She is addicted to it. So eventually, given birthdays and Christmases from people that know them from before, they will be back, because if they do have money, as they claim, they are so excited to have a certain amount of a lump sum money, they're gonna spend all of them pennies, and eventually they will be back.
Oh, thank you for the heart. They will. They'll be back, most definitely. If they have got any money, and that is true, they will burn through it so quickly. I mean, they've spent it already. without even receiving it. But like you say, it could be more of a case of they are just trying to bow out gracefully, not admit to the scamming, but not look like they're running away. So who knows? But they're hiding it, and they're probably once again watching. And I'll do as I always do.
One of her mods is in here on a fake account.
Yeah, come and jump in the box. You're more than welcome to come and give your opinion. I say it every time. And they sit there on their lives complaining about how crap it was and it don't bother them. Yet they sit and watch and they're too scared to come and talk to us. So, you know, it's there. If you want to pop in and talk to us, you come and jump in a box. We'll quite happily have that one with Christina. We'll talk to her.
I mean, didn't they say... Corey in the comments there has just put a point there. Didn't they say that they're going to have everything in that house a week before they move in? Now, didn't they claim they haven't got the keys yet? They don't know when they're going to get the keys. And even if they did get the keys and they didn't move in a week prior, they still need to go and do measurements. You can't just go to a carpet store, buy a roll of carpet and expect it to fit in the room.
No, exactly.
So they are planning on spending the money before they even get it. They claimed that they did a food shop, was it yesterday, 2 trolleys full, but then they turned around to the cat and said, you've only got tuna for now. So out of them 2 trolley fulls of food, they didn't even think about buying that cat food.
No. That's the thing. Hello, Emma.
You think that 2 years ago when I first met them, when they first started doing this, right, they were just doing it, just do a holiday, just to do something for the kids. And then that would be it. But then it was something else, and it was for Christmas. Now it's for this, that, and the other. There's always an excuse, and it will always continue. The cheaters orientated, they all are.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. I mean, some of the things that they've admitted in their lives, I mean, personal things to do with their kids that I would never dream of putting out there on live just to get the sympathy. It's disgusting.
Spoken now to the local MP down in Plymouth to do with James, which is the father of the youngest.
Yes.
And I've brought up the fact that, you know, that the kid's in danger, what she's doing online, the scam and everything. They're going to investigate it, and they're going to speak to social services as well on James's behalf. So I don't know if anything's going to come of that, but
yeah.
I mean, the war with the fucking social, they don't seem to be doing much at all.
No, it is a difficult thing, isn't it? There's not much we can do with that. I asked them if what's said on here is true and they just blanked it. Yeah, they will do. They only answer questions that they want to answer. I'm surprised that question even was allowed and you weren't blocked. Apparently James made an agreement with Wendy not to go live. Oh, yes, I am aware that James have been telling Wendy, do not go live.
Wendy's being seriously difficult for him, that's all I can say.
Yeah. We don't know where the money's come from, Angie. They've not told anybody. I've got my suspicions, and it's not something that I'm going to talk about until I can confirm it and know 100%, because I don't like putting things out there that I'm not sure of. So, but I do have a rough idea of where that could come from. But if that is the case, it still won't last long. They will be back. So it's not something I'm going to give up on. I've got to say, I've obviously, as you can see, I've caught some of the live earlier on because I've got my little recording there. I didn't catch all of it because I was out. I don't know how many were in my previous live, but as I'd said in the previous live, because of a lot of the things Jareth had been saying about their past landlord, that he was refusing to pay out for getting the mould sorted and the building works and things like that. I spoke with the landlord and he invited me to come along to a landlord's meeting with the leaseholder. And that's where I was this evening. I went along with him to this landlord's meeting and I actually got to meet the leaseholder, all the other landlords for the other flats in the building, and sit in and listen in on the meeting, which was really interesting because they did fully confirm and they only answered my question afterwards, actually. Peter, the leaseholder, I actually had a chat with him afterwards that what Jareth's saying is absolute rubbish. And he confirmed it all for me. The subsidies that the landlord pays to them every month covers all maintenance of the building, the outside of the building, which would include cladding, issues like that, that would cause mould inside the property. They would deal with it. Yes, Gray, that's what we're talking about. I and his end of tenancy cleaner. That's how I've come across these two. And I heard about how they were bad-mouthing him, the lies they were doing regarding that property in order to get donations. They managed to get my first account banned, which had a lot of my evidence on it, but I have found a few extra videos that I must have managed to back up. Why did they lose the last home? They were in a lot of rent arrears, I mean thousands, and were being evicted. That's all right, Karina, I understood you. They were being evicted for rent arrears. So at some point they had an electrical fault, which, as I say, my suspicions, I don't believe it was, I think it was done intentionally, because the fire brigade were called out 3 times before they found anything, and only after she'd fiddled with the light fitting. They refused to have the electrician in the next day to fix it, and instead contacted the council claiming they had no electrics. The electrics had been condemned, and they put them in temporary housing. So they've managed to get in on a council property without the arrears coming into play, because if they were evicted and the eviction had fully gone through for the rent arrears, they would have been classed as intentionally homeless because they didn't pay. So, sorry, long story short. What I have got, I will show. I don't know if anybody's seen it. It's only been recently uploaded to my account. It's some of my old, not my old, but my original. And I will show you a lovely little video here of Wendy explaining the situation and the proofs that I have to show that she's lied. So here we go.
Hello everyone. So, people keep asking me what my situation is.
Apologies, that she's shining.
We were evicted in February, and I asked the council to help me, and they told me to stay in my property until the bailiff came, which was fine. We were fine with that, and then they would help us. So we got a section 21 first, because the landlord was dodgy, and he didn't do the electrical testing.
Just going to pause that for a second there. It's probably hard for you guys to see, because obviously I'm recording a screen. It does say there the address, Abercrombie House, which you've probably heard before. The date, the 4th of the 12th, 2021. So that is a copy of the electrical certificate that they claim he never had. And that's the other section there, where it says it's a 5-year. So it was done, let's say, on the 4th of the 12th, 2021. So it's valid until 2026. So there we go. There's the proof of the lie that he's never had the electrics checked. It was already under an electrical certificate.
So his go-to out thing was, right, little rent arrears, so we're going to give him a Section 8. So we did. So I gave that to the council. They said they were still going to help because of our financial situation. They knew that we couldn't afford to live where we were. While waiting for the possession order and this bailiff to come, which would have been, what, in the next, well, any time now it would have been, wouldn't it? We had an electrical fault fire, which completely burned, what was it, all the trust? Yeah. Completely burned through the trust in the roof.
Wow, look at the damage. All the roofs come in. There you go. That there is the damage from the electrical fire. Tiny bit of charring.
And apparently that destroyed their belongings, according to their mother's wife.
Yep.
Let's all clarify that. That destroyed all their belongings, apparently.
Yep. Was this to try and get out of rent arrears? I think so. Honestly, I really do. I believe that they knew they could get no help from the council if they were evicted of rent arrears. So they've done this, called the fire brigade out, refused to have an electrician come in and fix it, and told the council the electrics were condemned and got rehoused. It's quite clever, really, if you think about it.
It is, but very dangerous considering the fact they had children in the property.
Yeah. Oh, very much so.
Very dangerous, actually. I mean, that's very irresponsible. if they had been evicted for rent arrears, the council would have deemed them intentionally homeless. So you can tell that they've definitely done something to set off kind of the council rehousing them.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say for sure, and I'm not going to turn around and go, yeah, they definitely did that themselves with a lighter or something like that, because I wasn't there and I can't say that. But I mean, that light fitting, the first time the fire brigade were called because they smelt smoke, that light fitting was still attached to the ceiling. Now, they searched the flat, they checked all the electrics, and there was road resurfacing going on outside. And the fire brigade turned to them and said, all that smell is the smell of the tarmac. We can't smell smoke, that's the smell of the tarmac. And the fire brigade went away. Now, when the fire brigade come back, that is literally what they saw, except obviously all this ripped down. They pulled this off just to check to see if it spread anywhere else. That light fitting was off the ceiling when the fire brigade arrived. And Jareth admitted that himself in one of his lives, that Wendy took it off and found it all charred and called the fire brigade back. So I'm sorry, if you ask me, I still, personally, I believe that was done intentionally. But they must think we're stupid observer. Yeah, I know, but clearly it's done the job though, isn't it? Because they managed to get in temporary, which has got them into a council house. So, you know what I mean? Right, continue with that, shall we? Because there is a little bit more evidence there that I've got to show.
Okay. So the fire brigade came numerous times and they completely condemned our electrics.
Okay. So she's claiming they condemn the electrics. Now, this here is a little conversation between Wendy and the landlord. Now, I will read it out just in case you can't see it better, but she messages him at 11:45 at night. Are you awake? I have a strong smell of burning in the flat. Then a voice note, and then you need to listen to that urgently. And then at 1:50 in the morning, she sent this photograph. Now, the landlord was asleep at this point. He turns his phone off. So, you know, he didn't get the messages at that point. Let that go through to the next one. She then sends him this picture. This is the next day, 15th of May. He messages her at 8:05 in the morning. The electrician will be out this afternoon. She does another voice note. She seems to like voice notes instead of typing. He will have checked it. He will have it all checked over properly. So I'm guessing she was complaining. I don't know, because obviously these were screenshots. A few more voice recordings. Whatever she said, he wasn't happy with, because at 12:30 that day, he's put, this is the landlord to Wendy. That's okay. I'm going to report you as well for false allegations, as I now have the full report from the fire brigade stating, as long as the electrics are made safe, no other action is to be taken from me. No rewiring is required, as you have not allowed my qualified electrician access to do the remedies. So there's your proof there that she wouldn't let the electrician in. Couple more voice notes, and his answer to her voice notes, it doesn't matter if he knows me or not, the law doesn't state that. So that's her complaint. She wouldn't let the electrician in because he knows the landlord. Ridiculous, isn't it? These all are excuses. You would think the council have not been in contact with the landlord. That was another thing that I asked him today. Have you ever heard anything from the council or anything along them lines? Because they also claim over and over that he's got 2 or 3 things against him with the council. Not at all. None whatsoever. He's never even heard from the council. He follows all the rules and does everything properly and above board. So where he gets that from, I have no idea. He probably could, but he's washed his hands of them. He was just so glad to finally get them out of the property, because for the first 6-7 odd weeks that they were in temporary accommodation, they refused to hand the keys back. They wouldn't give him access. They wouldn't hand the keys back. They were trying to demand £400 out of him. So by the time he did finally get back possession of the flat, he's just done. That's why I do this, because, as I say, you know, he's a very good friend of mine, has been, well, since kids. Do you know what I mean? Big group of us. It made me so mad. And, you know, he didn't want to fight back, so I did it instead. What's their page, please? Can somebody pop in their pages for me? I've got too many little things going up here to be able to type in as well. He should take him court for rent arrears. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? You know, it's a difficult situation because there was so long that they never paid rent that, you know, he's had to cover the mortgage on that place, plus his own mortgage, and other bills. Until tonight, they claim they've not had any money. You know, he's risking going to small claims and having to pay all them fees. And for him, it's just not worth the added stress. He's just washed his hands of him. Absolutely washed his hands of him. I mean, I don't blame him. I do not blame him. They made his life hell. They really did. I mean, they should be on an episode of friggin', what's that show? Tenants from Hell, wasn't it? Face of TikTok Nation, hello to you. Will it not come out of benefits of court action? I have no idea. I have no idea. But, you know, that's a decision he's made, and, you know, I can fully understand. I really can fully understand. I've also got to add, though, that I've been told, because I say I missed it because I wasn't there for most of his life, that they've been claiming the landlord's responsible for the dirt on the flooring. Is that correct? Is there anyone that
correct? Yeah, that is correct. Yeah.
That's hysterical.
Really? Someone went into the comments and asked about the dog feces on the floor, and Jareth and Wendy both basically persistently kind of laughed and said, oh no, that was all to do with the mold on the wall. That was the landlord's fault. The mold wasn't cleaned. So basically they denied that there was anything actually on the floor and that it was all mold, when clearly, obviously in your video, you can see that isn't mold on the floor.
Oh God, you can see a doggy footprint in the poop.
Yeah, exactly. But they claimed it was mold and it was all the landlord's fault because he didn't clean the mold and didn't come out for it. And basically they just, they take no, they also said, which was a good point. You reposted a video earlier of Wendy saying that she deliberately left the flat in a mess.
Yep.
She actually said in today's live that she didn't leave it in a mess. It was the landlord's fault because he told her not to clean it up.
Well, I'm not going to lie. He did say to her, "Don't worry about cleaning it. Just get your stuff and go." Hey, Wendy Woo.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him for that. You know, like I said, they did their darndest to try and blackmail money out of him. They were basically, in the end, holding the flat for ransom. No, you can take us to court to get get the property off us, or give us £400 and we'll give you the keys. It's disgusting. He was just glad to be shot of them. He was like, no, just get out. I mean, even if people do clean properties, you know, that I still go in there and give it a once over to make sure it's professionally done. So he was like, right, just get him out. But God, yeah, we did not expect the state of that. But that's not something that's been done like that day. That was ground in. That dirt's been there a while and built up and built up.
Yeah.
He didn't leave it in a mess as such. They lived in that. It was quite obvious.
Oh yeah, you could kind of see in the video how bad it was.
Yeah, exactly. It was horrendous. Right, so let's continue with this video. So I'm going to carry on just a little bit more. Is it going?
So the council rehoused us into temporary accommodation.
Did the opposite of.
I know people are saying,
I don't know who this guy is.
well, surely you've got the same bills. No. So we've got to pay for storage, which is a lot of money for our stuff to be in.
Here we go. All the stuff they claim was in storage. I had to go back through my video and sit and label it all. They were originally in Tor Point. They're currently in Falmouth in temporary accommodation. About to go into their lovely council house, which was nothing in it. Oh dear. Oh, thank you for the heart. I'll do a quick pause on that just to make sure we can all see it. Oh, thank you, Tracy. I actually believe there was another 2 TVs actually on top of these ones that I've got on the list here that I forgot to put on. So, see what I mean? And they're going on. They've got nothing. They had all these things here. The microwave, brand new, literally a few months old. It was purchased for them by Becky, who, bless her, said the landlord can just keep it. Which was very much appreciated actually by the new tenants that have moved in. They were very grateful for that because they've moved in with nothing, literally. And they've not gone on begging. So, you know. Oh, thank you, C. Louise. It just makes you sick, doesn't it? They had all this.
We've got to pay a surcharge every day for living here, which we don't get help with. And we've got to pay a top up on the rent.
Actually, that's another thing they confirmed in a recent live, is that they don't pay a top up for the rent. That is covered by their benefits. They pay extra for the pets to be there, but they do not pay any top up. It's covered.
Stepping behind the vehicle safely.
So, and bear in mind, we are 60, 70 miles away from any sort of family, anything. We don't know anybody around here. So that is why I go live and I ask for whether it be a food voucher, whether it be an essential item on my wish list, or whether it be if anybody wants to do a donation in my PayPal. So we're just asking for just a little bit of help regarding food, essentials, washing stuff, washing up liquid, cereal, milk, just general items. If you can help, come in my life, and I appreciate any help going. There is a PayPal email address in my bio, and there's also my Amazon wish list. Please, no hate. Haters will get blocked.
Blocking, it's a favourite trick, isn't it? Haters. That's us. Supposedly, I'm not a hater. I'm a hater of scammers.
Well, I'm a hater, and I'm very proud to be a hater of Wendy and Jeff. I'll tell you that right now. Very proud. Loud and proud. Hi, friends. Kelly. Loud and proud.
Oh, my word. Kelly, though, I just to mention your comment a minute ago that you dread to think the state that temporary housing will be in. They actually get cleaners that come in once a fortnight, change their bedding for them, do their cleaning. They do. They've said this on live numerous times. They get the windows clean. I was talking to one of their current mods yesterday, and they no longer believe Wendy. Well, good. Let's hope that they're opening their eyes. But yeah, they get all that done as part of the temporary accommodation. So that temporary accommodation will be spotless. But the new one, this is what they're claiming, supposedly. But, who's to believe them? Who knows? Who knows? Now, another little thing that I came across that I thought I'd lost from my previous account that I found I had been a clever girl. And that is, if I can find where I put it, because I'm pretty sure it was uploaded. Do you know what? I probably didn't. Is a few more pictures of the flat. Now, I haven't actually, from the looks of it, uploaded it onto my backup account here, so I will be doing that later. It is on this account, though, so if anybody wants to go and have a look-see, just shows another view of the older boy's bedroom, so some of the mess that was left there, and the younger one's bedroom, including the makeshift locks on the door. So that has also been uploaded onto my other account. I will do it on my backup one later. Thought I'd got them all, clearly I haven't. I do have one more lovely video I'd love to show everybody, because this one makes me laugh. This is not long after Wendy had her braids put in. In fact, I think it was a day she had her braids done, to be perfectly fair. 2 days after they attempted to go to the flat and remove all their belongings. she did get hate for that. She really did, because she paid at least £200 for it. So I've been speaking to the hairdresser that did that for her, and I know exactly what she paid. She doesn't know the lady from the school. She's a proper hairdresser, and it cost quite a bit. But yeah, the day they surrendered the flat, do you think they've had a windfall? Ooh, that's a good poll. I don't even know how to do it. Yeah, sorry, I've completely lost my train of thought because of this little poll's come up in front of me.
Is it the one where they're talking about
a windfall, but it's covered in screen.
You were just talking, weren't you, about the
sorry, yes,
where they were horrible to the landlord.
On the screen. Yeah, they're right. The day that they basically signed over the property back to the landlord, he was there waiting for that signature to come through and immediately changed the locks. I was there with him, immediately changed the locks. As I said before, I was there, I videoed it to make sure it was all documented and above board. I'm not uploading that because I don't want, the landlord doesn't want his face out there, and I don't blame him. That's fine. So I'm not going to be doing that. Well, the next day, they turned up out of the blue. Now, it was in the contract, and I do have a copy of that. He did give me a copy of this contract that they signed to give up the flat. He's given me a copy of that, and I'm a touch reluctant to upload it. I might. We'll see how we go. But it does state in there that he will give them 14 days from the date that they sign that document to collect all their belongings, with prior arrangement with the landlord. So if they arrange a date, sometime in that 2 weeks, or a couple of times during that 2 weeks, they can come and get their stuff. Now, they turned up out of the blue the next day and tried to access the flat. The landlord was there with a friend who they seem to think is his other half. It's actually quite comical. She is mentioned in this video. Or, no, not this video. I think it's a different one. And tried to get the stuff. Now, they got really aggressive. They threatened to break windows because they discovered that the locks had been changed. They were not happy. They blocked his car in, and he had to call the police out. And he basically said to him, while you're behaving like this, no, you're not coming in the flat. I'm not having you in the flat like it. Because they were being very verbally aggressive and threatening to smash things. So the police did then say to the landlord, if you like, we can supervise them. We can stay here for an hour and a half. We'll give them an hour and a half, and we can watch them to make sure it's all done fine. So that's what he agreed with. He said, brilliant, just get them out. And that's what was done. They still could have arranged nicely with him. They still had 2 weeks to get the rest of it. Nothing was touched. It was all left there for 2 weeks. But this here, this video I'm going to show you now is what they said on live regarding that incident, which I do think is quite comical. So I'm going to play this for you. Apologies, there is a bit of a delay between her voice and the video. I'm not quite sure why, but...
Landlord is in here.
Of course he is. How do you...
Yes, Lottie, I am in a much better place, a much better place. Thank you for asking. I hope everyone is good.
Enjoy that present under the bed.
Hi, Julie.
Oh. Little visitor.
Yeah, there's a moth in there, love. Sarcasm is great. Well, Lee, you gotta have sarcasm, love, you know what I mean? The trolls don't bother me. The landlord put a post up. It don't bother me. I think it's funny. So I thought I'd pop on and say hi to people that want to talk to me.
So did I, Christina.
And I'll be sarcastic and a dickhead to the ones that don't. But anyway, talking about pizza, because I'm having pizza tonight. What's everyone's favourite pizza?
I'm
drinking the hard stuff, as you can see. Eh? Yeah, fast. You know what I mean. Press the...
16?
Yeah, do the whatchamacallit button. Oh, do 40. Do you know you can claim against them? Oh, can I? Don't tell me that. Thank you, Sharon. He's claiming that I was quite violent. I was quite violent. I threatened to do the cunt's car in.
His car in.
So, yeah.
Bastard.
If he wasn't violent, fuck me, he's seen fuck all, yeah.
And what was it?
Lee, I don't like Prosecco. I quite like the bar Terriade.
Just going to pause it there for 1 second, right? The bar Cherryade, which was always a 24-pack in our wish list, if I'm right. I'm sure somebody can back me up with this. I'm pretty sure quite a few people kept pulling her on her lives and saying, why have you got fizzy drinks on there? And she always said, it's for the kids.
Yep, she did.
Yeah. Well, there's the proof. They weren't for the kids. They were for Wendy.
It's been on her wish list since January. That's been on her wish list. Every wish list she's ever done since January. No, since Christmas, actually. It's been on her wish list. And you always used to see her drink. When she had a live one, you could see in the corner on top of the radiator just all cans in her bedroom of Cherryade all the time.
Yeah.
And the Pringles.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Pringles.
Yeah. Well, there we go. So, she then that one, I bet she probably forgot she'd done that in the video, didn't she? But even since then, I know she's been.
Has he given you grief? So, don't worry about it. I ain't got to deal with the flat no more.
I'm not the landlord.
But yeah, I left it in a state because he was a dickhead, so I thought, fuck it, I'm going to leave it like it. Then I did take him, and I do have messages, and I can cut him up if anybody wants to see him. I did say to him that we were going to clean the flat, and he said that words were, don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
just wanted to go.
Yeah, so we didn't keep them away after.
They're absolutely vile. They're vile.
Sorry, Tate?
I said they're absolutely vile. Absolutely.
They are. This is showing their true colours. This is how they behaved the last time they were comfortable money-wise, or so they felt. And then 2 days later, they were begging again.
Yeah. And you watch, she'll try and put a claim in now. Since somebody's mentioned a claim to her, she will try and put a claim in.
That was a while ago now. That was a few weeks back now. If she was going to try and put a claim in, she would have done it already. But she wouldn't get anywhere because of the amount of rent arrears.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that wouldn't stand up in court anyway. Not that there was anything that he didn't do, as we've got the messages to prove that he sent electricians in. We've got all the paperwork. Bless him. He's been nice enough to give me copies of these things.
Yeah, but the way she put it out, that this massive fire and the fire brigade come out and that to get out, the reason that was all done, and I do believe it was them two mucking about with the light fittings, nothing will change my mind off that, is because they knew that they were getting evicted anyway, and they were told to wait for the bailiff to come, which was going to be a couple of weeks. So they've panicked and thought, right, we've got to do something to get out of here.
Yeah.
So that's what they've done to get in temporary accommodation. No, there was no fire whatsoever. There was, even the fire brigade kept coming out saying that, there isn't a fire. You know what I mean? 4 times they come out. And then he hands a bit of paper online. I mean, he could have got that bit of paper anywhere. But the whole reason that they got in temporary...
I think before you came in, that showed all the damage and the bits like that. So, or the lack of damage, should I say.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take a mastermind to take off light fittings and start messing about with the wires. You know what I mean? So, they're down again. It's them that they've done it, to get out of there, to get their 3-bedroom forever home, which is disgusting, as I said. When there's women and children that have been waiting years and years to get a home.
It's the only way they could get round the rent arrears. That's it. Because they stopped the eviction in its tracks, and instead their donors being out of there because of electrical faults and issues with the property. So that's it. Right, let's continue with this video, my loves.
Yeah, go on.
Right.
That's for the broken window.
Actual storm in the window.
This is why I'd love that video. If anybody has got a copy of this video from their live, bless her, Kate can't find her copy, but apparently there are recordings out there that people took of that window getting broken during one of their arguments. So if you can find that,
I'm sure I've got it. I'm sure I've got it. I'm sure I have.
If you can find that and send that to me, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll look tonight, but I'm sure I've got that.
I'd appreciate
definitely.
that.
Yeah, definitely. I'll look.
Oh, that's what we said to him, wasn't it? You can't get through the door, I've changed a lot. I said, that's alright, you twat, I'll get through the window, it's fucking broken anyway. Oh yeah, look, you lost someone there.
I would have smashed it. You weren't very well that day. There's unfortunate for him because I mean, if you were there.
We pulled out to me, we were like, some fuckers parked in a parking lane.
Yeah. And then you thought we'd do the big ram. Oh, I'm going out in 20 minutes. Oh, are you? You ain't leaving your car.
Yeah, we put up just smiling, didn't we?
Drove my car straight beside it.
But what made me laugh, he was like, you are not coming
Thanks,
here.
Kate.
And they'll be like, oh, you've had help to get here, have you? Oh, we'll let you in.
We'll give you an hour and a half to remove all the stuff. It's brilliant. That's all we wanted.
Oh, I know, sorry, kid.
Bastard.
Thank you, Sinead.
Fucking got the old film. And you got to send the bucket on the side of your face there.
Guaranteed.
She's lovely, isn't she, eh?
Oh, it's disgusting. Oh.
Is everybody aware of the little present they left under the bed for the landlord?
Yep. Don't. Don't.
No, tell me you didn't know. To put it politely, because we are in a live, it was a very large, darkly coloured lady pleaser. That's all I'm going to say is it's a lady pleaser. Which the removal people had quite a laugh with because they seemed to think it was something the landlord was going to find. It weren't. And the guys were quite amused, to be fair, if they thought it was going to be... Yeah, in fact, one of them, when they were laughing about it with me, because obviously I went in there to clean, I saw them just as they were taking the last of the stuff out. And he turned around to me and he said, the only thing I'm going to say is bucket.
Oh, God, you've seen nothing then, if that's what makes you think the word bucket. You should see the other stuff. Oh, my God, I'm scarred for life. Some of the people in this chat are scarred for life.
Oh, it did make me laugh. Honestly, though, the amount of times they mentioned that in their lives, the little present we've left you under the bed, they were so smug about it, as if that would cause any offence anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know. But I think more people are becoming more aware of them now, whereas before, we were fighting to get people to become aware of them, and people were like questioning, well, why are you picking on them and things like that, where I'm not getting that anymore. People are more, they are scamming, and, they keep asking for money in their wish list and their PayPal and their white goods. So people are listening now, which is a good thing for us.
Thank you very much to the Observer. We've had two big creators also do little awarenesses on them as well. The word is getting out. It really is. And
brilliant.
They're realising now that word spreads. Word does spread. And if anything, words can spread quicker than fire. Do you know what I mean?
And there's a mod that's doing their modding, but she's also sort of coming back to me and letting me know what's happening. And she's telling me that people are not gifting anything. They're saying to them, like, what are you doing with your money? Don't you get benefits? We've all got to buy school uniforms. We're all going through a hard time. So, it is working. It's definitely working. And I mean, that's why I'm keep going because, I'm not going to give up now. until they're off of this app.
We are definitely getting somewhere. Definitely. Yeah, she used to have an OnlyFans. I don't know if she still has, but she did used to have an OnlyFans. Have I seen the video they made about Zach the Brat? They made a video about Zach the Brat? Or is it Zach the Brat who did the one on them?
I think he done the one on them.
Yeah, I'm just reading Rachel's comment there.
I'm not too sure. I've heard the name Zach the Brat, but I think he done it on them.
They mentioned Zach the other night. Oh yes, that was in their live. They did mention him because he was doing an awareness on them at the time.
Oh, right.
And they weren't very happy about it. Right. Yeah, they made a video about them claiming he scammed a charity. Yeah, no, that was on their live. But that, I believe, I don't have a recording of it, but I know other people do because obviously Zach was looking at that recording.
Right.
And yeah, he's, he weren't very happy about it. So yeah, that was quite interesting.
Yeah.
Paid 250, then refused. I think I'm behind with the messages, yeah? It's hard to try and keep up.
I know someone asked if they'd, Corey in the chat had asked, Corey used to be with us, she was an ex-mod of Wendy's, she asked if they'd paid back, Becky, she's in the chat, obviously the one that she owes the money to, and I just said there that she'd paid 250 because obviously we helped Becky get the payment plan in place a few months ago. I was keeping up to date with Becky on a month basis to find out if she'd paid it, and obviously at that point this month they've point blank refused, haven't they? So I was just letting Corey know that they've refused to pay after £250 because obviously I don't think Corey's kept up with it.
Right. Okay. No, that's fair enough. They owe money to so many people. It's really hard for me to keep track, obviously being new to a lot of people, and I've got no faces for names, and it's like, trying to keep up for me sometimes. It's a bit of a whirlwind, so I've stayed away from it till I've seen the host posting videos. Yeah.
I think Becky deserves every penny back, and I think she should get it back now. I mean...
Yeah, I totally agree. agree. I've been speaking,
she should have the money back now. Definitely, without a doubt. That girl went well above and beyond for these people, and they literally kicked it straight back in her face.
Now's the time, Becky. If you're going for more claims, now's the time to do it because apparently they're getting money. So now's the time to go ahead with it.
Yeah, and that's what she should do. I mean, she's, because there's no way they're going to hand over their money. They're not. They're just not going to. We know what sort of people they are. They're not going to do it.
Oh no, they'll find every excuse not to do it.
She should take it to the small claims court to get it. I mean, and they can get it. I mean, my son had to do it to get a deposit back from a landlord that was a complete dick, but it was done within 3 weeks. It was done, sorted, and he got his money back, and, she should definitely, because these people are going to mess her about like hell, especially now they're moving and they need everything and they need beds and, it's just, wow. Yeah. But, the one thing, at least when I go to bed of a night, I just think it's getting somewhere. It's just not me going on or just you going on. More people are getting involved. More people, the more awareness that we're putting out, the more people are coming back and saying, oh my God, are these the scammers? And it's like, yeah, they are, blah, blah, blah. Anything I see, I say, do not donate. You know what I mean? Anything, I'm up to 2, 3 in the morning because the phone will ping and it's something to do with them. And my eyes are just hardly opening, but I'm still saying, do not donate to these people. They are scamming you. Like the money I give, I don't care that I lost. I couldn't care less. I'm not looking for that money. To me now, it's not about the money, about me. It's the principle, what they're doing to everybody else.
It is, exactly.
And this is where it's got to stop. And Becky needs to be paid back. I'm sorry, she does. She was really good enough.
And they need to stop the slander. I think that's the other thing with Becky. Them trying to put out there that she's a money launderer. I mean, it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Exactly.
Money
And that
laundering is
she's
trying to
looking at a
clean dirty
lengthy
money.
prison sentence.
Oh
I mean,
yeah, but
thanks for saying
that's all
that.
about cleaning dirty money, and I don't see money from Becky's PayPal. Do you know what I mean? Being,
Yeah,
not a drug lord or nothing. Do you know what I mean? It's just a
no,
way to try and scare Becky off, but she can do them for defamation because that's horrendous. That's slander.
of course it is. And
Trying to claim that.
we've all got it on tape. I've got it on
You do that,
tape.
yeah.
I've got every video that she said about her, that he said about her, a lot of people that he said about. I've kept everything.
They have been given a house, yes. They reckon they've come into this money and they're now set up for God knows how long. They can kit the whole house out. Fantastic. Good. But they'll be back. Because they can't not. They can't not come and get things for free. They love it. Wendy especially absolutely loves it. So without checking details with the landlord. What's that in reference to? It's me.
They mean they did put a comment before they added me and said I'm still annoyed of them being given a house, and then they put without obviously checking with the landlord to see about the electrics being condemned.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry, like I said, the comments are going so quick. That's why I was asking what one it was reference to. Yeah, exactly. Well, this is the thing, though. It's not a case of checking with the landlord. The landlord had sent an electrician, and they refused to let them in. But yes, like I say, the council, yes, did not check with the landlord first, and they should have. They should have done their research into their living situation and not just taken their word for it. So that's on the council. They're now the council's problem. So good luck to them, because they are going to have a lot of problems. If it's true that they've come into money, fantastic, but it ain't going to last. They will blow through it, and then they're going to be back. It is unbelievable. It's me. It's disgusting. There are some people that wait so long and are in such unsuitable living conditions, overcrowding, disabilities, somewhere it's downright dangerous, and they're stuck in it for years waiting. It's wrong they got it so quick. Okay, Jenny, I will do, my love. I'm sure you won't. I don't think we're going to be on here much longer because we've pretty much got through everything we need to for tonight. But have a good kip, and we will speak to you soon, my love. Thank you for your support. But yeah, it's unreal. But they are going to be back once they blow through it. They're going to be back. They will start the begging for something, and I will be bringing out that video of them over and over. Can TikTok not ban them? No, they won't do. Took me 6 years with disability, unable to get up the stairs to bathroom and bed. Yeah, exactly. It's disgusting. That to me is more in need, more of an emergency. When did they get the payout and for what? We don't know what the payout's for, Rachel. It's something that they said in their live this afternoon, that they've received some really good news via email. They won't say where from. They've just said they've got enough that will kit out their entire house with everything that they need. But they're keeping it very close to their chest as to what it is. All right, we got a request for the box from Annie. I'm not sure who Annie is. Let's. Oh, I've done that, Heidi. Not had much response. Hello, Annie. Are you going to speak, Annie? Okay. Bye-bye then. Okay, well, they probably know people reported. That's what I was going to do. Yeah. Oh, that's all right, Annie. Not a problem. Right, sorry, I'm just squidging back up through some of the comments a minute. Yeah. Have you not contacted? Yeah, I did call the local MP. I've not been able to get through, but I've left a few messages. I've also been following the Falmouth packet quite closely, since they claim they're going to be featured, that they've gone to them. Although I did send them a very lovely email a while back with links to my page and everyone else's page. So I'd be very surprised if they support them in the slightest. I also contacted Cornwall Live as well in case they approach them, and they've said they won't touch them with a barge pole. And thank you for the heads up. But yeah, just be wary, guys. Don't, sit back and think, oh, they've got money now, they'll stop. Job done. They will be back. Maybe we'll get a bit of a break and a bit of a holiday, but they came into funds before, so they say when they got a break. Exactly. It won't last. Yeah, there'll always be a reason, always. So, don't get too comfortable, guys. I'm going to keep spreading the awareness. Keep sharing. How many children have they got? I believe Wendy's actually got 3, although 2 are only living with her and Jareth. None of them are Jareth's. He hasn't got any kids. They've had money all along. They just want to top ups from us. Exactly. They use their money for having their hair done, takeaways, gambling habits, and they get everybody else to pay their bills, to buy their food. She always comes back and he's so rude when anyone suggests anything. They're both so rude. They're both awful rude. Thank you for confirming that, Vicky. Yeah, they're disgusting. How they behave. And if you saw the difference there, that video that I played with her braids, that's how she really is. That was the one day that they didn't need money. They weren't begging, and that is her personality. She can switch it on when she wants something, that oh, poor me, and she can switch the tears on and be, oh, thank you, sweetheart. That's not the real her, and Jareth's the same. Oh, thank you for all the likes, guys. He also said it was booked in 2 weeks ago. The woman with blood for years, I've been trying to get her shut down. Yeah. In fact, it was a lot of your content, Katie, that sort of got me started before I managed to get some of my own. So thank you so much for that. No, they can't keep up with their own lies, and that is what has shot them in the foot. That has been their biggest problem. There's one thing they always say, isn't it? To be a good liar, you've got to have a good memory. That's why I'm so crap at it. I can't even remember what I had for dinner yesterday. So, yeah, you've got to have a very good memory to be a good liar. Oh, I'm so pleased you did as well, Katie, because it's got the ball rolling. It did get the ball rolling. I am intrigued, Christina, for some of these videos that you say you've got that you're not gonna, or that you haven't put out there yet.
Well, what I can do to debate whether to put them back up is on Friday, I will go live, obviously when the kids are in bed, and I'll do what you're doing. I'll show them on the tablet because they are currently still on my profile. They are on private. Obviously, my TikTok's now got obviously all my personal videos on. But what I'll do is I can still go onto my account through the tablet while live and show them on my mine are amazing, aren't they? We do have a Rent Arrears famous song on there, actually. It seemed to be quite a popular one. My partner made a Rent Arrears song. But what I'll do on the Fridays, me and Kate who's in the chat, we'll go live. Obviously, boxes will be open for everyone to join, and I will show the videos that I have. A lot of them, they are of her asking for money. There's a few on there, but most of them are actually their arguments, and where she kind of, entices him to argue. Like I said, we do have a Rent Arrears song on there that everyone knows, and as you can see in the comments. We've got videos of Jareth threatening us, saying that we're hiding behind our men. I did actually state in one of my lives that my partner, he was obviously ex-army, and that he wouldn't be able to get to my door. Because he threatened us. So we have got ones where he's saying that we're hiding behind our men. there's quite a few. There's also how she talks around the youngest child, very sexual, where he can hear, and he does actually make a comment in the background. She's on about choking, and he goes, the little boy says, choking on what? And Jareth turned around and said, haha, wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah.
And that kind of started up the little...
shown me, so that one I have seen.
Yeah, see, I'll play that again for obviously the new people that hasn't seen it. We do have it is very weird. We do have two of them actually, where he was also saying that they should do it on the live. She just lays on her side and talks to the comments, and obviously the kid was in the room. We like I said, we spent hours and hours and days and weeks watching them. We do have other videos that haven't been put on the TikTok for obviously reasons to do with the police. There was obviously one where she had called the police on him and tried to get him removed, and she had lied on her live and stated that, it was Jareth that was the perpetrator when he wasn't, in front of 200 people. We've spoke to a lot of her family members. We have uploaded things where there was an incident where she had James at her property, and we did have the recordings and proof that she'd actually said that she had slept with him, and that's no relevance to the scamming, but it kind of showed a little bit that he was a little bit involved.
It just shows what character he really is, doesn't it?
Yeah. What she did to Jareth also, which we can confirm, she did actually make out that we'd caused her to have a miscarriage due to the stress of us saying that she was scamming. It turned out that was it was a false anyway. It wasn't true. Proof that she accused us of trying to terminate the pregnancy when actually it was her that said that. She did it to get Jareth back. But yeah, what we'll do is I'll show it on Friday. If you do want them, I can download them and send them to you. They have got obviously we did mock them quite a bit for the food that they were eating and the plates of food. We did. We nicknamed him the Grinch.
Yeah. Oh God. I mean, to be fair, the only things that I tend to upload onto my page is regarding the scamming side of things. But anything like that, by all means, send me. But I'm still very intrigued to see what you've got.
Oh yeah, like I said, I will happily show everything on the Friday on the live. Like I said, boxes will be open for anyone to join. There's a lady in here called IDGAF. It's currently live. That's called Corey. She was their ex-mod, like I said, and she did some awareness with us, and then there was a lot of shit stirring between our groups back and forth, with the people coming in and lying and back and forth. So then she ended up being Wendy's friend again, and then now she's kind of seen the light of Wendy. We did have also a few ladies that used to do awareness with us who have actually ran back to her and become mods. So just be aware of them on your pages. They're only there to snoop.
Yeah, the thing is though, it's pointless me trying to block them because they'll just make new accounts that they're gonna see. And I'm sure Wendy and Jareth have got their own ways of looking on the page, and they will be in the live now, all ghosting it and watching it.
I am aware of a few accounts that they have. Jareth did at one point pretend that he was a paedophile hunter, and in fact he wasn't. He's talking about, see Louise, if you're still in there, Jareth is talking about you on his live. Corey's just said. The thing is, they claim that they're not bothered about these awareness pages on them. But that's all they seem to talk about. And to be fair honest with you, I think these awareness pages are brilliant. It's what made me want to come back, and Kate kind of want to come back, because we have so much on them. Obviously, that was beyond what they've done before the flat. And I think I think we figured out from the other night that I'm the only one that can physically trigger Wendy to the point where she storms out of the property.
That was quite comical, honestly, to see it from my point of view, because I've got, I'm watching his live on one device. I'm watching your live on another device. It was like you were both in the room. It was fantastic hearing you go. I was absolutely roaring with laughter. I'm not going to lie. It was the funniest thing I've seen.
Yeah, people know that she despises me.
Well, because you stand up to her. And she's not.
I'll never stop. Yeah, I'll never stop. She can crack on all she likes. She knows that I know the truth. The stuff that obviously I physically know, personally, I would never out on a live. It's to do with children. No. But I just have to use one word, and the fact that they threatened me with prison, and it was vice versa. It was my go for. That's what I need. Yeah. But I will trigger her until she's off the app. She doesn't come live. I will continue to trigger them as much as I can, because I think it's funny, and I've got all the support. We all support what you guys are doing, and as long as we all work together, it's only them two and three of their mods, isn't it? Let's be fairly honest, and we know quite a few bits about their mods anyway, so they can crack on.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. You say you support. You've done more than that, my love. You were the one that helped me get enough followers to go live. You know what I mean? You've
Good
given
old
me
follow
that.
train.
She did. Yeah. She's like, right, we need to get you live. Come on, you're nearly there. Do this, do that.
Checking your profile all day, like you've got 66 to go, you've got 33 to go. Oh my god, you've reached it.
I did actually say to her, "Are you stalking me?" She went, "Yes, I'm sorry, but yes, I am."
I am. I will stalk you until you get there.
It was funny though, but obviously being quite new to the app, I'd never really heard of a team train or any of that sort of thing. So it was really lovely of you to tell me. I should have done that a long time ago, man. But
Well, it doesn't matter. You triggered them. They kept saying that you couldn't go live. I was like, do you know what? They did the same thing to me. Said I couldn't go live. I could only join boxes. So I went one day and I gained 200 followers in a day and I went live. And that same time they leaked my address in the chat and I was like, that's how I know I've annoyed you, because I've come live and you've had to do that while I am live, not in someone's box.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't like it. Like I say, I'm still waiting for these violations, but I've been so careful with what I put on this time. You know, they cannot call a violation me just doing recordings of a live. If they allow them to do it on a live platform, they'd be very hypocritical if it was a violation to show that live on a clip. So I'm not doing any violations.
The mods aren't family, Kelly. They're two of their mods are actually mods that used to do awareness with us. One of their mods is the one that actually screen recorded an OnlyFans account and sent it around a load of people. So she was actually an original bully, as they called us bullies. Their mod, Kirsty, was actually a bully also, because she did a lot worse than what we did with regards to videos that Wendy had sent us of Jareth in her underwear. Sorry to say this, but also the OnlyFans video, which a lot of people in this chat can clarify that she was one of the main villains. Yes, Corey, Kirsty has ran back to them as a mod. Yeah. So just be aware. She has joined the live on an account called Lauren with a pink love heart. I do know that's her because that was one of the accounts she used to stalk Jareth when Wendy and Jareth split up. So she is in here.
Oh, well, that's not a surprise. I mean, how, when you see all the evidence of what they're doing, you can support them. It makes you just as bad as they are.
Yeah,
it really does.
Especially after some of the stuff that her mods have witnessed. I mean, Kim Q was one with us as well. She was in our lives and the exposure lives, and she was saying some awful things about them too. So the fact that they've said awful things about Wendy's parenting, her hygiene, everything, then they've ran back and supported them is absolutely disgusting. It makes them just as bad as them, considering the fact that they are parents themselves. Yeah.
And they're aware of what's going on and they're just supporting it. If anything, that makes you part of the scam. If you're aware of what's going on and you're there helping support them, that makes you part of it, I'm afraid, in my eyes.
Exactly. That's why I said the other night about how one of their mods tried to expose me when obviously I said what I said on the live. That was her mod, Kirsty, thought that she had something on me because I'd mentioned Kirsty in a live to someone who had asked if she was still around, and obviously I said no.
I've been saying it for the past 2 have it that quickly.
Hello, Charlie.
Nothing fits together for it to happen this quickly, but it has. You know, we're running with it. You know, we're not hesitating. We're not dilly-dallying. We're running with it. You know, because to be in this situation after 11 weeks or 12 weeks now, and they're saying you've got a home, you run with it. You don't mess around. We were told it could take us a year, 2 years, and it's taken literally 3 months. You know, so yeah, we are very, very fortunate. No one understands, even we can't understand how we've managed to get it, but we did. You know, if you bid at the right time, you know, you never know what may happen.
I'm assuming this is the audio.
In our case, you know, we were second on the list. The first person didn't fill out the paperwork and send it back. So we got a call. That's how it works. You know, Cornwall Council down here, they don't mess around. If you don't do what you're supposed to do, you miss out. And that's how it is. He's a lady here, bless him.
Nothing interesting to say then. They've just had some bragging.
Do you ever have anything interesting to say?
You know, I've had him since he was... I've had him for I think like 9 months now, maybe a little bit longer.
Maybe they're going to
I don't know what I'd do without him, to be fair.
Christina, can you make Charlie individual?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a tough road.
I can't.
It's been a really, really tough road. Look, we've come out the other end, you know, and, you know, it's safe to say we've come out stronger.
Hold down on
We went in
Charlie.
it.
Hold down. It should say
That's for
expand.
sure. We've been through hell and back,
No, just don't
and we're still fighting. I'm not going to give up.
I don't
I'm
know.
never going to give up. I mean, if people think we're coming off the app, no, well, we bollocks. Not a chance.
Yeah, click on Charlie and click
I mean, look at this, guys. This is what the older one and Wendy did earlier.
Yeah, yeah,
Pictures of me and Wendy. I think they are black and white, so it's not the TV either. That does show.
Oh. Charlie's gone.
Fair enough. That was interesting, I suppose. Just flagging.
Someone else is in the box. They're paused there.
Yep. I've just allowed somebody else in, although it doesn't appear to be loading.
No, it says they're paused on mine.
Oh. I've just got the loading on mine.
Is that the noise in the background of her on her breathing machine again? The breathing machine that she doesn't wear but claims that her life would be gone if she didn't use it, but it's the same machine that she doesn't actually use unless she wants attention, and then she falls asleep on live without the machine, making everybody call her.
Oh yeah, well they did that quite recently, didn't they, with
anything for attention.
Live, the racket she was making.
Oh yeah, anything for attention though, honestly. They're the biggest attention seekers going, I tell you.
The same one that Jareth intentionally broke. Exactly. I'm so glad you guys got that on video, because.
Oh yeah, we were actually all in the live when that happened, and after that we made a group chat with her. We kind of saw through her lies after that. Luckily Corey wasn't in that chat. She was a mod, but she had her own personal stuff to do. And we all kind of saw through her straight away. You know, the attention seeking that she was doing. She was making us sit in his lives until 1 a.m. You know, trying to wind him up on fake accounts.
Oh, that was till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. We were still awake.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Thank you for joining us, Kelly.
Hello.
Hello, my love.
Used to be a mod. She was in our awareness group as well.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to join? Corey, Kate.
Everybody, welcome.
We know they're watching.
Hi, boo-boos.
Because he's got lazy-itis. That's why he can't work.
Yeah. Claims mental health, but can happily go and threaten his old landlord, but has really severe mental health that he can't work, and that if he went to work he wouldn't be here anymore. Okay, Jareth.
Next joke. Hello.
Hello.
This is Corey.
Hello, Corey. That is me.
That is she.
Oh, I felt. Excuse the child. He's had a nap and he won't go to sleep.
Playing him again. Why doesn't that surprise me?
I've also want to say back a couple of months ago. I want to say it was December, January time. Yeah. I can't really remember. I was out with a friend and I had a text message from Wendy off a new number saying, I think I sent the screenshot to Christina. I don't think I've got it anymore. Basically saying that Kate and Christina don't like me and they are using me. I'm sorry you had to know. And I texted her back saying, okay, and blocked her. Because I knew for a fact it wasn't true.
Pathetic.
The fact that she went out of her way at 10:30 at night just to say that Christina and Kate don't like you, they're just using you.
She also lied to Kirsty and said to Kirsty, her now mod, that she'd got the police involved about the OnlyFans video, when in fact she hadn't actually contacted the police.
Yes.
And she also messaged Becky, telling Becky how sorry she was. And then when Becky asked for the money, she was highly rude to Becky, even though she just apologised.
Sorry. He's saying what, the landlord is an extortionist. Okay.
Listen. Hold on.
Yeah, so they threatened Kirsty with the police. Kirsty got really upset. And things happened. And then next thing you know, we found out she ran back to him. She told me she had claimed and she was going to the police station for an appointment. What? What, Corey? They threaten the police constantly.
Sorry, I had to go quiet because my son's still awake. No, when that incident happened, obviously I was aware that she was upset about it. And then Wendy was live one day and she came on and she said, "Oh, I've got an appointment at the police station." And she had a bit of paper in her hand. I couldn't see what the bit of paper was saying, but she kept flashing this bit of paper.
I remember that.
Saying that she had an appointment to go to the police station. And after I think it was the Monday or the Tuesday, she was on the live and she said she had the appointment on the Thursday. Well, Thursday came and went and there was never anything come of it. But I didn't realise that she'd never actually even phoned in about it.
They don't. They threaten it time and time again. The amount of times they've been to the police station, they must have the police in the back pocket.
She was flashing this bit of paper. Must have been what she was trying to prove as her appointment letter.
Yeah, that's fine, Chloe.
That piece of paper had the date on.
She claims that we've all had the police at our doors. Apparently, the other night when I was cam-2ing him before I put her in a place about herself again, he said that I better get off his live. I've signed a contract with the police and not talk about them and I'm going to be arrested. And I was like, well, that's news to me. I'm still waiting 8 months on for the police to come to my door so I can tell them all the stuff that I know that I can't say on live.
Blimey, you sign contracts with the police now? That's a new one.
Apparently, I know, right? I really wish I had this paper to show you. Honestly, I think I've lost it somewhere.
I love the fact that he thinks the landlord's extortionate for charging £900 for a 3-bedroom flat right on the waterfront.
That's normal.
It's right on the waterfront. In fact, he's been advised to up his rent because he hasn't been upping it. There's a give over. What is he expecting? Yeah, all right, council prices are a lot cheaper, but that's because they are council properties. That's going rate, unfortunately, these days.
It is funny. It's laughable, though. Come on, they think they're so entitled. It's actually hilarious. No,
he thinks he's above everyone as well. He thinks he knows the law. He thinks he knows everything. You don't. You fucking don't. Sit down before you break it.
Oh, it is funny. Let him rant.
He's just sitting there now. No one's even talking in his comments. He's just sitting there staring at his screen.
Bubbles.
He's got 42 people in and he's just staring at his screen.
Oh, Bubbles, does nobody want to speak to you? Aw, poor Jared.
You know she's watching. Watching because she can't help herself.
Hi, friends. How's OnlyFans going for you, babes?
Don't worry, the rent arrears video will be back up soon.
Oh, please bring that back. That was fucking hilarious. Sorry for my language.
That's a good point, actually. I will mention that right now about that rent arrears. We do have the full original video. Wendy and Jareth had claimed that the landlord had told them not to pay the rent in December and spend it on Christmas things. We worked out, yes, we thought that. See, we worked out, because obviously they didn't pay it, we worked out if they didn't pay their rent of that 900, then they sat on live on Christmas Eve. She was crying, saying that she wishes she could feed her kids a Christmas dinner. And poor Becky paid for everything. And there was also another lady on Boxing Day that sent them money as well. Yeah. I won't speak about her because I mentioned I would never speak about her on live. Whether we were past friends and not anymore, or just, she did actually send them, I think it was like 4 lots of money we worked out in the space of a week to do Boxing Day, food and everything like that also. So with that £900, she also had around at least £400 or £500 spent on her on Christmas week, and yeah, it doesn't make sense.
My word, it's ridiculous.
The goggles video.
They haven't been paying rent before that anyway, because that was one of the first things that I'd heard, and I put it to the landlord quite a while ago. Oh, they claim you told them to not pay rent at Christmas, and I've never seen him laugh so hard. He was like, seriously? Oh, and also the claim that they told the landlord from the beginning that they couldn't afford the rent, and he still, not from the beginning, and he still renewed their tenancy. That was another thing that I put to him, and he said, if they had said to me, I cannot afford the rent, that tenancy would have been ended there and then, and I'd have been getting someone in that could. He said, that is the most stupid thing I've ever heard. And it does make me laugh. And that is true. I mean, so come on. Somebody saying, oh, I'm going to live in your flat, but I can't afford to pay all your rent. Okay, what do you think they're going to do? They're not going to go, yeah, all right.
Yeah, they're not going to let you live rent free, are they? And let you build up the arrears, so then they have to pay.
You squat in my flat while I pay all the bills. Go for it. I mean, honestly, I only had to because I'm one of them. I like to clarify and get my facts before I say anything. So I did feel a bit silly asking him. I'm like, it's a really stupid question, but I'm going to clarify this with you. And honestly, I've never seen him laugh so hard.
I can imagine. He's probably so glad to get rid of them as well. Honestly, it must have been such a drain having them as your tenant, as his tenant. Sorry, it would have been so draining. Honestly.
Yeah, that's why he doesn't want anything more to do with them. Because I actually said to him, "Would you like to come on and say something?" No, wash my hands of him. The most he'll do is when I talk to him is give me the odd information. Yeah. I'll say, look, have you got any pictures I can use? They're claiming this. Have you got anything I can use to prove that's not true? And he'll have a look through what he's kept and give me bits. Yeah. So, other than that, though, he wants no involvement. And I don't blame him. He just wants to move on. He's got nice new tenants in there now. Lovely, lovely lads. I mean, I personally haven't met them, but, he says they're really lovely. And in fact, like I say, obviously I tagged along with him to the landlord's meeting tonight, and the leaseholder, Peter, actually said to him while I was stood there that the old boy next door, who don't talk to anybody and he don't like anybody, has told him there's two young lads living in there now, and they're really lovely.
Yeah.
So, if they've got the positives from that lovely gentleman, then that must say something. So good for him. Good for him. In fact, I believe they're all paid up for next month's rent. They're ahead. Do you know what I mean? So he's finally getting back on his feet. I think the last thing he wants really is reminders of them.
No, of course not.
But, me being a woman and seeing all the struggles that he went through, I'll do it instead. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I hold grudges when people upset my friends and family. But no, it's not about that. It's not about a grudge. I'm not that pathetic. It's just seeing how many people they've scammed. I can't sit back and watch them do it to anybody else.
Has anyone just seen Karina's comment? He thinks you can get a mortgage on a 3-bedroom for $400 a month. I'm sorry, where to, please? I'd like a 3-bedroom house for £400 a month. That bill's included?
Oh my word! Seriously, so I'm guessing he's still banging on about with the landlord being extortionate. Then
must be. I mean, if you could get a mortgage for £400 a month, why is he going into a council house?
Exactly.
It just depends where you are, though. Any location, it could be cheaper or higher. But I don't understand. If he thinks it's that cheap and it's so easy, why is he going into a council house then?
Well, that's it.
He's on about teeth at the minute.
His teeth rotting away from drinking all them cherry aids, I tell you.
Yeah.
Well, I am intrigued that whether they're going to declare whatever money they get to DWP. Very intrigued.
They probably won't. They should be claiming everything they get back. I don't actually know. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Shouldn't they be claiming everything?
Just benefits, Gray.
Yeah. No, just benefits.
Well, when they get their review, when they get their UC review, which will happen on anyone with you on UC, they put it all in the news, didn't they, about it? All these people are getting reviews. They're going to have to send all their PayPal transactions, and they're going to send a certain amount of bank statements. They're going to have to send all the money they declared in, and they're going to be absolutely screwed. And I can't wait for it. Honestly, that's when they'll come back begging, when UC does them over, because that'll be the reality of it.
Yeah. The thing is, though, I'm sure I have so many people that tell me, oh, I've reported them or I'll report them. I have no doubt if there's going to be a few that aren't already getting onto DWP going, they're saying they've got to pay out, look into them. I wouldn't be surprised. Then that's the problem. This is the thing that they don't realise. It's all well and good saying block. All that does is stop people going on their page. When you scam and upset, piss off, excuse my French, so many people, there are going to be ones that are not going to sit back and let it go. And they will do these things, and it will shoot them in the foot in the end, which it is doing.
I think he's ended the live anyway now. Hello, all smiles.
Well, that'd be a relief. They shouldn't be claiming for their 16-year-old. He never goes to school. Well, apparently he's supposed to be starting college, so they're saying. So
they mentioned earlier about that lady Jen that was meant to buy the school stuff, and that she cancelled it, and they'd found out that she was following Wendy Wu too, and they were absolutely slating her on the live earlier. And one of their mods, Kirsty, put there saying you should never tell a child you're going to get them something. It's the lowest of the low. Well, I'm sorry, but what's the lowest of the low? Is using your children as a reason to gain money.
Ugh.
Oh, is it paused? It says on mine it's ended.
Eh?
It did say on mine it's ended. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Back on now, is it? Oh, wow. Good for him. Although I don't understand why he's on there now. Just to sit there and watch people slate him or just stare at him. Since he can't bear.
He's staring at the screen. He's only got his mods talking.
Does anybody actually know who Solitude is then?
I'm assuming Corey might, but I have no idea who she is. All we know is that she's stuck by Wendy through tooth and nail and is just as bad as Wendy if she's supporting her.
Oh, God, yeah. She's not. Nicola, yeah. She's not interested on anything. Talking about updating the chip on the cat. Oh, so it's a really interesting item. They don't have a chip on the cat. Well,
of course they don't. Come on, they can't even afford to feed the cat, let alone get it chipped. No, come on, you must know me by now. No, I just say how it is. I do not care about the repercussions I get on my life, honestly. You can't afford cat food, they can't afford to get it chipped. I mean, Jesus Christ, they haven't a washing line with the dog lead.
Well, yeah, they've been claiming, haven't they, that they've been feeding it dog food.
And tuna now. They said earlier, we can only give you tuna for now, but they went and did two massive shopping trolleys full of food. But no cat food. At Asda, come on. No school uniform either at Asda. I mean, come on. You went to Asda, 2 trolley full of food. You could have got school uniform and cat food.
Well, yeah. That's mental.
Yeah, she's called Nicola. Just don't know anything else about her.
Ah, okay. I was just curious is all. It's just I can't understand how anybody with all this much evidence out there cannot still, because she's obviously seen it all. She would have looked. It does make me laugh. They were saying on I think it's on one of the clips as well, where they were saying to him, careful, saying to the people, careful that, you'll be getting messages. And Solitude's going, no one ever messages me. What's wrong with me? Why don't people message me? Well, that's not true. I know Tay's tried to message her and talk to her. I sent her once. I've sent her a message and I didn't bother after that because I thought, I've done my bit. If I've sent her a quick message saying, look, I understand your friends, this, that and the other. You know what I mean? But this is actually what's happening. I think, well, now I can rest at night because I've done my bit. And if she don't want to listen, be it on her own head. More for her. Do you know what I mean? There, look.
Yeah, she got her messages blocked for a week after messaging her.
Yeah, everybody's messaged her trying to tell her. And yet she's on the going, no one messages me. I'm feeling left out. And I'm thinking, well, you keep telling yourself that. He's asking everyone to guess how they got on their feet.
That's what they're going to say.
Guessing game.
He sent it to 14 people. Didn't he want 100 people in earlier, though?
Is that all he's got?
Yeah, he's got 14 in. No one cares how they got money. Do you know what I mean?
I've got my suspicions. I do have my suspicions. I am intrigued as to whether I'm right. Like I say, I won't say it on the live in case I am wrong. But,
I personally think I know the way they got money. There's 2 different ways how they've got money, but I won't say it on the live. But one would be winnings and the second one would be something else.
Yeah, the second one is something else. That's something that...
And if the second one is what I think it isn't technically their money.
Okay.
But hey, I'll have to message it. I won't say it on the live. But
me and Christina are going to be on WhatsApp later.
Trying to guess.
What info you got?
I have my suspicions.
We'll be with it. I'll show you mine. You show me yours, love.
You tell me what you think, and then if we're not right.
Oh, dearie me.
Yeah, Kate knows what I'm on about. I definitely think if it is the second one, it definitely isn't their money to say.
Right.
I'll tell you why you're.
Oh. She paused it before she finished her sentence. Oh my word! Oh, excuse me. Oh, big yawn. Else bells. It's been a very long day. I am pooped. Your teasers. I know where tease is. I'm sorry.
What's your suspicions, Cal? You got to tell us then. You must think it's something. But if it's what I think it is, it definitely isn't their money.
Yeah.
Because that hasn't happened yet, so it's got to be something like that.
I'll have to unblock you on WhatsApp,
Corey.
Come on.
I'll tell you what it is, Corey, when I unblock you on WhatsApp. I need to find your number to unblock you.
I reckon Pip delay back payment. No, they've already said it wasn't that, Rachel.
Pip's been declined, hasn't it?
I don't know. Well, somewhat. I think Pip was declined for one of them. I think. Oh, I'm getting a right old headache on. Oh. That was it right there.
Guys, I am going to jump off.
All right, my love.
Okay,
Right, and I'll speak to you all later.
All right, darling. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. Gonna leave that one in the background. I like that picture in the background. I think it's good.
I can't believe it was that big. It destroyed all their items. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Honestly, such drama queens. These on pause now, so she's definitely watching the live because she's gone somewhere and he's like come off his camera.
Hi, look, picture of your light fitting. You know, your big electrical fire that burned through the truss and the roof.
Yes, Grumpy, it was the one that set fire to all their items.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
Good, wasn't it? Really dramatic. Changed their life forever.
Yep. did them a favour and killed some bacteria. It certainly did.
Oh, it does. It makes me laugh. It really does make me laugh. I'm just glad that I've actually, found these bits that I thought I'd lost with my previous account. I've not been so daft now. I've got everything backed up on my computer, also on a memory stick. So I will never lose all my content again, but I was quite pleased to actually find these. Can smell that through the screen. Oh yeah, apparently it was still stinking weeks later. Couldn't smell a thing at all.
Oh, honestly, I'm not even going to say anything about... There was one time they sat in the flat and they said that they could smell a horrible smell, and Wendy turned around and said, "It's probably you, Jareth." Shouted him on live. Oh God, it was awful.
Yeah. Oh yeah, God. It does make me chuckle, it really does. But
it's funny though. Stuff they come out with is hilarious.
Yeah. Well, it would have been in temporary because they couldn't fit in the shower, could they, in the first one?
No. And they said they were going to go through the window in the flat. I'm sorry, don't hate me for this, but they probably wouldn't have even been able to go through the window.
Yes, Taylor, this is about Wendy and Jareth.
It is about the couple, yeah.
This lovely people here. There we go. I've got the volume down because we've all heard that already, but just so you can see who we're talking about.
Oh, was that the famous? It was the famous. What Jareth sent to a lady confessing his girlfriend Wendy, and then we outed it on live, and then they got really mad, and then we outed the ones about the ambulance in the hospital, and he got even more angry about it.
Yep. Yeah. I've got it. That's a good 9 minutes long, that recording. So I'm not going to play it now because I did that on my last one. Obviously, all this is on my page. Everything you can see here. I mean, I'm actually showing you my backup account at the moment. But all this content is all on my main page. So by all means, go and have a little look-see. I'm just going to do a little bit of advertising for Awareness to Protect. Follow this page, my lovelies, if you're not already. Fantastic bloke.
There's a few pages that are out of them that are doing so well, isn't there?
It on there as well, yeah. He has been fantastic. He, bless him, was opening his live just for me before I could go live so that I could get my word out there. So hats off to him. Let's all follow this this lovely person too, and get everybody's followers up. We all work together.
Well, yeah, as long as everyone continues to out them, they will never be able to get away from it, will they?
No, exactly. And generally, it's that saying, once it's on the net, it doesn't tend to go away. It's there for life.
Well, exactly.
I also have a Facebook account as well. Same name, The Cleaner, Raise Awareness. So by all means, come and follow me on there as well. I do also update that one, not as much as on TikTok, admittedly, but I do updates on the Facebook one as well. So that's all right, the governor. All right, governor. Sorry, that was a really bad impression, but I can.
It's worth a try.
But yeah, they just want they do. They just want the money. I mean, all the time, the last few days that they've been asking for donations and things like that for furniture for the house before they've had this supposed payout today. They were ignoring when people were offering. Oh, I've got this. I've got a washing machine. I've got that. Oh, we've got nowhere to put it. We've got nowhere to put it. And I'm thinking, but you're there asking that they didn't want it. They'd either make excuses or just ignore people unless someone was on about donating money, because that's all they want. They want the money.
Yeah,
they don't want stuff.
That's all they care about.
Yeah, they just want the money.
I mean, did you hear them earlier when he said, we can actually buy brand new stuff? I'm sorry, but what's wrong with second-hand things?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with ever getting anything second-hand, whether it's a bed, a cooker, even clothes. There is nothing wrong with it. And anyone in this life, never feel ashamed of having to get second-hand stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. I love a good rummage in the charity shop. That used to be a day out for me and my mum. We were bored. It's like, want to do something? Should we go charity shops? Yeah. And we'd go charity shop to charity shop to charity shop, stop for a bit of lunch, go to another charity shop. We'd come out with loads of stuff, over the moon with what we got, only spent a tenner between us. It was a lovely day out.
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Do you know what I mean? But there's nothing wrong with that. It helps the charities, and you get something nice at the end of it without spending through the bloody roof.
Oh, exactly.
You can, that's right, Kate. You get the best bargains. I love a good charity shop. He said, when asking to guess where payout from, that it explains a lot. Hang on.
I'm assuming something's happened because he's ended his live, I believe.
Well,
I hope they've seen this live.
He's back. Okay. Oh, he's gone again.
He's gone. Obviously something's happened because he was really excited to tell all his 8 viewers about where he got the money from, and now he's ended his live. So they're clearly watching this live, and she's clearly triggered that she's seen a few people in the box that she didn't want to see in the box or didn't expect. Now she's a little bit annoyed.
Probably. Probably. I'm sure they were anywhere when they saw I could go live. It's one of the things they kept going, oh, she's only got 200 followers. Well, that was because obviously my other account had been banned, which they were so proud of. That was my mistake. I didn't know TikTok rules. I've learned now. And now look at me, a couple of weeks later, and it's, middle finger up to you, my love. I've gone from 200 followers to being live, and they're not happy about it. Too many kind-hearted people and too many people ready to take advantage. Yeah. That's it, exactly. And this is the thing, the amount of, and I say this every time I get in a box or I go live, the amount of people that have come in and said, oh, it's my own fault and I've been stupid. And I've said, oh, God, no, please don't have that attitude towards yourself. Don't change who you are. Just be a bit more careful. There's nothing wrong with being kind and generous and wanting to help people in need. Just make sure you check out the history and make sure they're genuine before you do donate and help. But there's nothing wrong with being kind and then helpful. It just shows what a lovely person you are. It's them that are the wrong uns for taking advantage of people's generosity. It really is. And I hate it when people start thinking of themselves as stupid and it's my own fault. Not a chance. Not a chance. I hate it when people come out thinking like that. Makes me mad.
Exactly. You never have to look down on yourself.
No, nothing yet, Sharon. I'm still waiting for one violation out of the 16. Be interesting.
Well, it's good you saw the pages in time, Faye. There's nothing wrong with wanting to help people out of the kindness of your heart, but as we state, they are prolific scammers. They've been doing it for years, and she's been doing it without her partner. She's done it with previous partners as well. We believe that she most likely is addicted to the scamming, and it will never change.
No, it will never change. But this is the thing, though. This is why we're all working together, and word is spreading now. Word is really spreading. So hopefully there won't be too many more victims in the future of this despicable couple, because enough people now know and are able to reach out and stop people from donating before. I mean, I'll bring up my messages again, that I received. This was just this morning. So, hats off to everybody that's doing this, who's raising awareness of them. I appreciate the help. I know people have tried this before, and for their own, Christina and Corey and everybody else tried, and for reasons they had to stop. But wherever they're relocating to, they are bound to be recognised by someone. Probably, yeah. Oh, no doubt.
She has also been scamming. Sorry, I just received a message there from someone. She has also been scamming on the Facebook groups as well. She does go on there and scam on them quite a bit. She puts up a sob story with pictures of her cat and her other cat that she had at the time. She does go on there and scam as well. She claims that she needs stuff for her kids' birthdays and Christmases, and she expects it for free. She doesn't expect to pay anything. She does do it on the selling sites as well as the free sites. So she has actually scammed people on there also, not just TikTok. And I'm assuming she would have also scammed them on other ones, VIA, Instagram, or Snapchat, or all the other ones that you can now get. Just to put that out there as well, just while observers are recording as well.
Yeah. And that's why I've expanded onto Facebook, and I'm trying to get the word out there as well. So this is what I'm saying. It's it's the same name, The Cleaner, raise awareness. I do think that's quite funny, because I started off as raise awareness, but obviously as the end of tenancy cleaner, that's how I've been referred to, as The Cleaner. So I thought I'd update my name, so I am now known as The Cleaner, raise awareness. At least, people know who I am. They're not going to get confused with someone else, are they? So, but yeah, by all means, go and give me a follow and share whatever, you can on Facebook as well. Let's make sure they don't get it on other platforms. They don't move on elsewhere.
Yeah.
This, I've got to say, I think has been a much better live than the last one I did, especially because somehow I managed to put my settings to private last time, so a lot of people couldn't join. Whoops.
Oh, no.
That's not the case now. Bless. I had Awareness to Protect inbox me and say, I think your account was on private, because a lot of my followers have said, well, we could see you were in a box, but we couldn't come and watch because it was private. And I'm like, oh, whoops. I must have been playing around with my settings, being new to all this and seeing what does what, and accidentally turned to private. So that wasn't on tonight. So hopefully a lot more people have seen. We did have a lot more people in, and I think it's been a really successful live. I am going to close this down now, because I am absolutely exhausted. And I've got
no worries. You did well anyway this time. Compared to last time, you did a lot better.
Thank you. Yeah, well, it was my first time last time, wasn't it? It was a bit of a kerfuffle, wasn't it? It was quite
a practice run.
Well, yeah, a bit of a practice run, a private one, just for us, us little uns. But I'm going to end it just on this last thought for everybody, though. Don't be complacent. Don't think that just because they're now saying, oh, we're set up, we can kit out the entire house and get takeaways, we're set. They will run through that quite quick. If that's true, it ain't going to last them for very long, and they will be back. So be ready. I've got that recording ready for the next time they beg, and I will be putting it straight out there as a reminder to everybody. Well, they had all this money. Where'd it go? Question them. But thank you so much, everybody, for all your support. You've all been absolutely fantastic. Oh, thank you, Vicky.
Thank you for letting me join as well.
Oh, no, you're very welcome. Thank you for joining and having you say it. The more people that can speak out, the better. People get fed up hearing my voice anyway. And Christina, I've got to say a special thank you to you, because like I say, you're the one that actually got me into being live myself, and you've been such a great support. So, thank you, Rachel. Oh, thank you, it's me. Appreciate it. Thank you to everybody, and you, Faye. Sorry, I'm trying to say thank you to everybody, but I missed them again. So now hopefully I'm going to have a night off tomorrow, and I think you're going live on Friday, aren't you, Christina?
I am, yeah. I'll show everybody my my videos that were on private so everyone can see them before I put them public again.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited. Very, very much excited. So, yeah, I'll jump in the box then with you, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course you can. Anyone's welcome in the box, yeah.
Fabulous. Well, we will, if I don't see you all before, I can't wait, popcorn ready. Too bloody white. We'll have the snacks.
The snacks for the Rent Arrears song.
But by all means, you all get any more information or anything that you think's not quite right, by all means, drop us a message.
Now I'm back into it, I'll be keeping my eyes open, that's for sure.
Yeah, God bless you. Well, take care, everybody. Thank you again for coming in. Much, much love being shared. Right.
You too.
Bye, guys.
Good night, guys. Bye.
The Observer, providing you with the latest TikTok drama from across the UK.